Ever wonder what makes some people more effective than others? Is it exceptional intelligence, boundless energy, or perhaps a sprinkle of luck? While these may play a part, true effectiveness often comes down to habits, those recurring patterns of behavior that sculpt our lives inch by inch. And when it comes to personal and professional effectiveness, few have studied it as deeply as Stephen Covey. Today, we will uncover the 7 habits of highly effective people as outlined by Stephen Covey. The first habit of highly effective people is proactivity. Now, what does being proactive mean? It's about taking the initiative, not waiting for things to happen, but making things happen. It's not about reacting to circumstances, but about choosing our response to them. It's about realizing that we are not victims of our environment, but creators of it. Imagine you're in a boat, and the boat is your life. Are you just going to let the currents of life push you around, or are you going to grab the oars and start rowing? That's the difference between being reactive and proactive. Being proactive also means focusing on what we can change, not what we can't. You can't change the weather, but you can change how you respond to it. You can't change other people, but you can change how you interact with them. Remember, control your reactions and focus on what you can change. That's being proactive. The second habit is to always begin with the end in mind. Now, what does that mean? It's about having a clear vision of where you want to go in life. Imagine constructing a building without a blueprint or setting out on a journey without a destination in mind. It sounds chaotic, right? That's why this habit is so crucial. It's about setting achievable goals and knowing the steps it takes to get there. It's about understanding that every action, every decision, has a bearing on your final destination. It's about not just drifting along with the current, but steering your own ship, guided by your personal compass. And remember, this isn't just about the big things in life. Even the smallest tasks can benefit from this approach. Planning a meal, organizing your workspace, every little thing can be more effective when you begin with the end in mind. So, keep your final destination in sight and plan your journey accordingly. The third habit is to put first things first. This principle is all about mastering the art of prioritization, a skill that can make all the difference in our lives. It's not just about doing things, but doing the right things at the right time. Picture your to-do list as a jar filled with rocks, pebbles, and sand. The rocks represent your most important and significant tasks, the ones that align with your values and long-term goals. The pebbles are less important tasks, and the sand signifies the minor, often trivial tasks. If you start by filling your jar with sand and pebbles, there won't be enough room for the rocks. But if you put the rocks in first, the pebbles and sand can fill in around them. By focusing on what's crucial and aligning our actions with our values, we can ensure that we're not just busy, but productively so. Prioritize wisely, and you'll find your effectiveness skyrocket. The fourth habit is to think win-win. This habit is all about fostering an attitude of abundance rather than scarcity. It's about understanding that life isn't a zero-sum game where one person's gain is another person's loss. Instead, it's about seeking mutually beneficial solutions in all interactions, whether they're personal, professional, or somewhere in between. Think of it like this. When you negotiate a deal, don't aim for a victory that leaves the other party defeated. Instead, search for an outcome where everyone comes out ahead. This approach not only leads to better relationships, but it also opens doors to opportunities that might not have been visible from a win-lose perspective. In essence, thinking win-win is about believing there's enough pie for everyone. It's about realizing that when we help others win, we win too. It's a powerful shift in perspective that can transform the way we navigate life. Remember, success is sweeter when shared. The fifth habit is to seek first to understand, then to be understood. This habit emphasizes the power of listening with empathy before expressing one's own viewpoint. In our daily interactions, we often focus on getting our points across, without truly understanding the other person's perspective. However, by flipping this script, we can foster more meaningful connections. When we genuinely strive to understand the thoughts, feelings, and motivations of others before we express our own, we create a space of mutual respect and openness. This empathetic listening is not about agreeing or sympathizing, but about understanding. It's like donning another's pair of glasses, seeing the world through their unique lens. Once you've walked a mile in their shoes, your own viewpoints can be expressed in a way that resonates with their reality. This habit, when practiced, can transform our relationships and interactions, making them more effective and fulfilling. Remember, empathy paves the way for effective communication. The sixth habit is to synergize. This habit revolves around the concept of teamwork, unity, and the power of collaboration. Synergy is about creating something greater together than we could alone. It's the realization that the whole is indeed far greater than the sum of its parts. Think of a symphony orchestra, where each musician brings a unique sound to the ensemble. On their own, each instrument produces beautiful music, but when they come together, they create a masterpiece, a harmonious blend of sounds that is far more powerful and moving than any one instrument could produce on its own. This is the essence of synergy. It's about leveraging our differences, our unique strengths and perspectives, to create innovative solutions to problems. When we synergize, we engage in collaborative problem-solving, thinking outside the box to achieve common goals. We harness the power of diversity and inclusivity to create a vibrant, dynamic team where everyone's contributions matter. Together, we can achieve more. The seventh and final habit is to sharpen the saw. This habit is all about the commitment to continuous learning and personal growth. Imagine a woodcutter who spends all day sawing down trees. If he never stops to sharpen his saw, it will only get duller and his work will become harder. This metaphor applies directly to our lives. We must invest time and energy in ourselves, nurturing our mind, body, and soul. This means engaging in activities that foster mental growth, like reading books and learning new skills. It also means taking care of our physical health through exercise, proper nutrition, and sufficient rest. And let's not forget about the soul. Spiritual or emotional growth can be achieved through activities like meditation, prayer, or simply spending quality time with loved ones. In essence, sharpening the saw is about maintaining balance in all dimensions of our life. Never stop improving, because personal growth is the key to effectiveness. Let's quickly revisit the 7 habits of highly effective people. This journey began with habit 1, be proactive. This isn't just about taking action, it's about taking responsibility for our lives. No blaming circumstances, conditions, or conditioning. We are the architects of our own existence. Habit 2, begin with the end in mind, taught us the importance of direction. It's about creating a personal mission statement that lays out where you want to go in life. Like a compass guiding a ship, this habit helps us navigate through the storms of life. Then, we moved on to habit 3, put first things first. This is where we learned about prioritizing. It's not about being busy, it's about being effective. It's about putting the significant before the urgent, the important before the trivial. Habit 4, think win-win, introduced us to the power of mutual benefit. It's not about your loss for my gain or my loss for your gain. It's about finding solutions that benefit everyone involved. It's about cooperation, not competition. Next, we explored habit 5, seek first to understand, then to be understood. This habit is about empathy, about truly understanding others before trying to make ourselves understood. It's about listening with the intent to understand, not just to reply. Habit 6, synergize, showed us the magic of teamwork. It's about the combined efforts of individuals creating a force more powerful than the sum of their parts. It's about unity in diversity, about harnessing the strengths and compensating for the weaknesses. Finally, habit 7, sharpen the saw, taught us the importance of self-renewal. It's about preserving and enhancing the greatest asset you have, you. It's about maintaining a balanced program for self-renewal in the 4 areas of your life: physical, social, emotional, mental, and spiritual. These 7 habits aren't quick fixes or shortcuts to success. They're about fundamental changes in our paradigms, about shifting our perceptions and interpretations of the world. They're about being effective in our personal and professional lives. They're about being human, being more compassionate, more understanding, more proactive, more aware. Remember, effectiveness is not a destination, but a journey. Keep these 7 habits in mind and you'll be well on your way.